Right, hello everybody, and welcome to another video podcast from Zoom. I'm with Chris Bevington and Jackie Clarke from a band called Whippletree. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So how you doing? You all right?
Yeah. Good. Thank you.
Not
Yeah.
bad.
Enjoying the weather.
Brilliant, brilliant. Do you want to start by sort of telling the viewers a little bit about yourselves, you know, your musical past and all that sort of stuff? And I'll just shut this off at the side of me because it's noisy. Yeah, if you want to just explain a bit to the viewers about your past, you know, musically, where you come from.
Okay. Well, do you want to? Shall I tell
We
start?
could do a bit of both, I guess,
Yeah.
couldn't we? Because I mean, I've been playing music in an amateur kind of way for a fair old time now, and a lot of that has been with Whippletree. Although Whippletree's been through a few incarnations. We had some friends down in Falmouth who have both like passed away sadly, but they played various instruments and sang with us. And then when they both passed away, it kind of everything went a bit quiet for a few years, and we kind of just diddled along playing bits of music here and there, and then we moved into the house we're living in now, and Jackie moved in next door to us, and it kind of
Okay.
took off again from there. And so we were going around for a few years with a fiddle player and a bass player and whatnot, doing Kayleys and gigs here and there, festivals. And then that's kind of stopped now, partly because of lockdown and partly because of needing a change. So we're kind of reinventing ourselves at the minute with like lost 2 members and gained 2 new members.
Right.
So we're in the middle of trying to practice in the middle of lockdown and get things
Yeah.
together again.
On Zoom.
Yeah, it's never easy on Zoom. Yeah.
No.
Jackie's got quite a musical pedigree though to go on with.
Oh.
Isn't
Well, I'm from Northumberland, and I was in a band called Ushna, which did okay up north for a while, and that was with my son, and 3 other members, and he played the harp, and I sang all the Celtic songs I knew at him since he was little, so that he could play with me, you know. And we got out and about, and it just sort of. Well, then we ended up touring Europe all the time, and
Well,
yeah, it was good until I had my littlest one, Callum. He came along, and I sort of felt guilty about leaving him, so we had to just sort of split up. And
okay.
obviously, my son Sean met someone from Prague on one of the German tours, and that was the end of it for him.
Fair enough.
He left for Europe then after that.
Right.
But we
Okay.
did 6 CDs together through different lineups, just as Chris with Whippletree, and then I just came down to Cornwall, where my sort of this is my sort of spiritual home, if you like.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and yeah, we've when I moved in next door, I had no idea it was going to be so good for us both, the 2 families, because we've been doing it 6 years now.
Right.
This is the latest Whippletree, and it's been great. We've been getting out to all the festivals. And this year was going to be our best yet for gigs.
Yeah, wasn't it just? Yeah.
Yeah. There's been a lot of bands have been in a similar sort of position. They've had everything lined up for this year.
Yeah.
Of course, it's gone, you know, or put on hold. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing you guys possibly at La Fraude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were
Yeah,
there.
that's right. Yeah, that was a lovely afternoon actually. A nice set.
I like outdoor festivals.
Yeah, we've done it a couple of times. The last time we did it, we had great fun. Yeah, we were on a proper big stage, and it was fantastic. We
Yes.
played
Yeah.
twice in that afternoon. It was good.
Okay. So I asked this question, you know, quite a few bands and artists, you know, how's the lockdown affected you guys then musically?
Well, us not much, because we were in a bubble. Because you
Yeah.
see, my little chalet at the end of the drive is the end of this. The end of the road.
The end of the road, literally. Yes. It's like
Okay.
we live in the middle of Redruth, but we're down a little cul-de-sac thing, and the only 2 houses down here are us.
You
and
can't
Jackie,
go any
and,
further than my little chalet,
Yeah.
which Chris lovingly calls the shed at the bottom of his garden. So
Brilliant.
yeah, so we've been getting together all summer, so it's been great.
Yeah,
We've had some practices in, and we've decided to get stuck in
Mm.
some stuff.
Yeah,
while
on a
we
sunny
do
day we can
anything
practice
else.
outside.
Yeah,
The neighbours don't
great.
tend to mind because it's not amplified usually when we're playing outside. So it's
Right.
Yeah,
quite
the
Right.
neighbours are
music.
over a big wall anyway, aren't they? They're
Yeah.
not. We
So
can't
we're
see
okay.
them and they can't see us. So
But then, like with 2 new members, we're trying to do a bit of practicing over Zoom, and
that's
really
been
working
hard.
all that well.
Yeah. Did you say you wanted to try and do a tune tonight over Zoom? Do you want to go for that now, or?
We can, I don't know. Do you think we should?
Well,
We can do it. We can try. We're always
Yeah.
trying.
Worst thing we could possibly happen.
Yeah, I mean, what you tend to get with Zoom is that little,
I
you know,
know.
the cutout with the guitar sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should try with the recorder. My wife actually plays the recorder in the
Yeah.
band, and Zoom does not like recorders. It just,
No,
it's totally
no.
cut.
I mean, you could try it. You could try a tune, and we could see what happens. You know.
Yeah. Do want one now?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Let's see what it's. You know, try
Does
it.
anyone recognise this? If they watch Paul Dark, they will.
That's
So.
true, yeah. This is something we've been working on over lockdown. Yeah.
Memories like voices that call in the wind, meddle and grins, whispered and tossed on the tide coming in, meddle, oh meddle and grins. Voices like songs that are heard in the dawn, meddle and grins, singing the secrets of children unborn, meddle, oh meddle and grins. Dreams like the memories once born on the wind, meddle and grins, lovers and children and copper and tin, meddle, oh meddle and grins. Dreams like the castles that sleep in the sand, meddle and grins, slip through the fingers or held in the hand, meddle, oh meddle and grins. Songs like the dreams that the bow maiden spins, meddle and grins, weaving the song of the cry of the tin, meddle, oh meddle and grins. Meddle and grins, meddle and grins, meddle, oh meddle and grins, meddle, oh meddle and grins, meddle, oh meddle and grins.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That actually I think came across really well.
Oh, thank
Really
you.
well. Yeah, I think it's because you've got the voice and the guitar, whereas I don't know, sometimes when people play, the guitar gets too loud and it cuts a lot of, it peaks almost, if you know what I mean. But that seemed to have a lovely balance.
Oh, that's
Brilliant.
nice.
Brilliant.
That's good to know, yeah.
Yeah.
Zoom practicing, isn't it, man? We're getting better at it. Hold back a bit, hold back.
So with you've got 2 other members. What instruments do they play then?
3 other members, yeah. We got
3 other members. Blimey. Okay.
plays range recorders.
Yeah, she's good.
Not just the ordinary school recorder, but some massive great bass recorders.
And they sound lovely with my style of songs. I absolutely love
They
them.
do.
Right.
But she's been keeping the kids at bay because they've got twins and a 6-year-old. She's 7 or 6 now.
7 now.
She's
Yeah,
7 now.
when the twins are a little late to come to our gigs, and they'd be one on my back and one on Hetty's back. So this is a recorder. This is a bass
Good
recorder.
grief! Wow.
Yeah.
So that's actually classed as a recorder then.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
small one. Really.
Sounds beautiful. And
That's brilliant.
it's a
Brilliant.
shame, it's a shame she can't come and join in because
Yeah. Maybe on another interview when you get everybody together after lockdown. That'd be great.
Then we've got Keith and Tammy, who are their partners, and they live down in Penryn. Keith plays the mandola and the hurdy-gurdy.
Right.
It's to be a love-hate relationship thing with the hurdy-gurdy.
Yeah.
People seem to like them or hate them.
I love it
Okay.
Finding ways of bringing that in.
because I like the medieval style of music, and that
Yeah.
puts your mind straight into medieval times. It's brilliant. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yes. Yeah. Fantastic.
Tammy's
Fantastic.
playing a
So-
bit of bass, and she plays keyboard as well. So hopefully we'll bring that in.
But we haven't actually physically got together yet, so we.
No, we've done loads of practice over Zoom, and
I mean, we haven't
Send it
actually
back to the
what's the word I'm talking about? Physically, visually,
I haven't met in the same room.
in the flesh.
In the
Okay.
flesh.
We
Yes.
in the same room, like I think it was this week, and then on Tuesday, and then
Yeah.
then the second
Another,
lockdown.
another
happened.
lockdown.
Yeah. Brilliant. Eh?
One chance.
Yeah.
Like,
So, I mean, so what are the plans then? Are you going to record an album or EPs,
Yeah.
or is that
Yeah.
yeah.
Chris and I thought we could get some of our stuff down this summer, but it's winter now, and we've got some tracks, sort of the bones of them, so we can probably record them at home at our leisure.
Yeah,
and then,
do a amount of home recording because we live in a fairly quiet place, and we've got like mixing desk and like we'll use Audacity and stuff like that.
Right? Yeah. Then I use Audacity as well. Yeah. It's not a bad system for free, really, is it? Audacity.
yeah, so we're gonna have a go and see if we can get an album out, because in 6 years of this Whippletree lineup, the last one, we haven't got any album.
Well, it's true. Yeah, people kept asking, we just never got around to it. But we got lots of gigs. Pretty much all the gigs from 2020 have been postponed until 2021.
Yes, so
So
hopefully.
we got weddings and things sort of all over the place next year. So hopefully things will be okay. We can do all that.
There's still a music business left, of course.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Have you got any videos out on YouTube or any music on YouTube?
We have put some stuff up on YouTube in the past.
Yeah,
haven't we?
but it's not good. Well, I wouldn't say it isn't of us playing. It's just pictures. You know?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, we just done like
Okay.
recording, and then was like pictures
Yeah.
of Cornwall or whatever.
Audio
stuck over the
recording
top.
and pictures. Yeah, it's nothing.
But I mean, because normally what I do is put up a couple of videos or what have you of the bands I've interviewed or the artists, and there are a couple that are just literally pictures, but it's their music.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do something like that for you guys?
Yeah, but
You might well find it on our website potentially. Like
Yeah.
stuff lurking in there. We have
but
Whippletree band.
it's sort of all sort of Irish based, except for one of my songs, which is Northumbrian. But we're trying to do more Cornish. this time.
Okay.
More Cornish and English, but
Yeah.
not Irish so much anymore. Because
Jackie's Hetty found a nice Cornish tune, and Jackie's written some words to go with it about somebody called Gracie Bryden. So
we're going to get that out. As well
she
soon.
was a woman who went down the mines.
She lived in Redruth.
Okay.
Very eccentric to look at. She had a top hat, a petticoat, a tailcoat, hobnail boots, and she was as hard as any miner.
Wow.
And I think she should be sung about. So I think there is somebody else who's done a song about it, but we
Okay.
want to do the Whippletree one.
Yeah.
Well, maybe when you get your album out and what have you, and you get a video to go with it or whatever, then
Yeah.
give me a shout and I'll tag it onto this.
Yeah, Jackie up now boots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not? I need a very tall hat.
So you've been yourself, Jackie, you've been around the music industry for a good while in a sense, then, haven't you? Sort of up north, as you say.
I met Brenda Wooden up in Northumberland. Did a book
Okay.
in 79.
Wow.
It had been 79, and then that sort of, I was thinking I've got to go to Cornwall, because I was always interested in Cornwall through Poldark novels, and then
Right.
And I didn't know they had a decent sort of music sort of tradition down here.
Yeah, very much so down here. Yeah.
Down here, I've discovered, yeah, there's dancers, there's all sorts going
Mm.
on. Yeah. Yeah.
So, what would be the best bit of advice that you've been given musically then? And what would you say?
What would you say?
The best bit of advice I got actually was around singing, where somebody told me really obvious. He was a conductor for a male voice choir, and he said to me, anyone can sing, and he said the way to do it is just to keep singing every day and don't forget to breathe. There was his two tips.
Yeah.
And I
Brilliant.
remember that. It's actually been really useful because the whole thing about breathing is really important, isn't it?
Yes.
Singing
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
volume and
Yeah.
depth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was told once by somebody, just sing to yourself. If you get scared and nervous, which I don't anymore, because I always just enjoy singing so much.
Mm.
I sing right out past the crowd to the hills in the distance, or something like that, and it takes all the nervousness away.
Nice.
Yeah, we've done some
Nice.
in the past where it's been a lively room full of loads of people at a wedding party or something like that, or a birthday party. We've done loads of lively music. And then Jackie will do some ballad, which is possibly just Jackie singing all by herself.
Yeah, because
And the whole room goes quiet. It's like
Yes.
a magical room where everyone goes completely silent and listens.
Yeah, because we want to hear the story in the song.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about songs. They're stories, and it's history as well in folk songs. So it's lovely.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So your new album that you want to write, is it all going to be your own original material?
Probably, yeah. To the extent what we do, we kind of cheat a little bit, I suppose. Like we might write some like Jackie's Gracie Briney song and things like that. But what we do is you take like maybe a nice Cornish tune we like or a nice Irish tune and put that into the into the thing as well. So yeah, it's a lot like the structure may be designed by us, but some of the tunes we just unashamedly borrow from history and because they're nice tunes to be in there somewhere.
Yeah, Hetty's got some fantastic source material in this house. She keeps getting these old books, and there's some fantastic songs and tunes in here that nobody's played for.
We have one turn up in the post.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah. There's
looks like it's been around a bit.
Some carols in there, like Cornish.
Nice battered old Cornish.
Okay, yeah. Wow.
That's just one of a whole of about 10 suitcases of books they've got in this house with music.
Hetty's knack. Apart from playing the recorder really nicely, Hetty's knack is she just finds great tunes.
She does.
Wow,
brilliant.
And then she finds another tune that goes really nicely with that tune, and then another one.
And since lockdown, she's been really on it, hasn't she?
It's having the time, is it, that does it? So.
And the songs get longer and longer because Jackie does a bit of singing, and then Hetty sticks in tunes. Actually, this one will go nicely as well. Oh, and this one, and this one. So there's only got 4 tunes in the middle of the thing, and which is all great. So people like.
Fantastic.
We've done gigs before. People have always really enjoyed themselves and jumped around. And
because we've been playing lively music, but I usually put them all to sleep or bring them down with my songs because my songs are quite, they're quite lullaby-like, I think.
Lovely.
We've rewritten a few songs, haven't we? We wrote a song to reflect Brexit, I believe.
Yeah.
Add a few new verses to some of the old songs and bring them up to date. Kind of thing. Because folk music, I think, is a living tradition as much as anything else. So I feel worried about changing it, moving it on.
That's what folk music is about, isn't it? It's about telling your story, and building on top of someone else's story and comparing it, I suppose.
And having it just develop out into, where it becomes. Yeah. So last question from me before we end the interview. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for you being here musically now?
Being here musically or just physically?
Musically, anybody you'd like to thank basically is the thing.
I think possibly I'd start with my parents because we just listened to music all the time. They didn't really play any musical instruments particularly, but I just grew up listening to music of all kinds and really liking it. And then when I went to a university in Plymouth, I lived in a big house full of people and they all seemed to play the guitar.
Okay, yeah.
I thought, well, so many people can do it. It must be possible. So I just got them all to teach me how to play the guitar. So all those guys who were in my house in Plymouth, like donkeys years ago, 30 or more years ago, they just showed me a few chords and said, just get on with it.
Yeah, and I'm the only one in my family that was musical, apart from my dad who taught himself the Spanish guitar. But I got all my influence from Steel Eye Span, I'm afraid, and I absolutely loved Steel Eye Span stuff. And so I do a lot of their covers. So really, sometimes we feel like a Steel Ice Band cover band.
Yeah, if we're not careful. Yeah.
If we're not careful.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
They did the same thing, didn't they? Took
Yeah.
loads of old songs and just brought
Yeah.
them up to date.
Yes.
right,
Yeah.
It's just nice.
So you you're going to remain as Whippletree then? Is that what you're?
I think because we've got such a we've built up the name for 6 years. I did say why don't we change, but Chris said, well, you know, we might have to work harder getting, you know, the following again. So
Right. Yes.
Got the
Yeah.
Campbellford Agricultural Museum. It's all kinds of weird things in there.
yeah, it's a part, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's tow bar for a horse. Basically.
Okay.
Agricultural part. Yeah.
That's a nice thing for a fact.
Well, that's what I shall put it down as the title for the interview is your names of Whippletree. So
But we will be out there as soon as we're allowed.
yeah, yeah. Listen, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to give me the interview. All right, and I'll let you know the link so you can view it and get people to see it and all that sort of stuff.
It's been very exciting. Most exciting thing all day. It's been a miserable, horrible, stormy day, and
yes, it's not been nice, has it? No.
Exciting.
All right. Well, take care, guys, and thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Oh, there's a little face. Hello.
One of the twins who sat on my back.
Brilliant. All right.
All right.
Okay.
See you later.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.